The Rainforest Connection.
Hi, everyone, and I'm so glad to be here. The ideas and conversations have been so invigorating, and I'm glad to be playing a small part in that. So my name is Dr. Sarika Khanwilkar, and I'm here to share stories about sound and how Rainforest Connection, a conservation technology startup, is using sound and AI to detect and prevent threats and monitor biodiversity. We are currently experiencing a biodiversity crisis. Human activities, such as deforestation and climate change, are making the planet uninhabitable. However, humans also have the ability to detect and prevent these threats and understand biodiversity so we can help it thrive. Listen and watch so you can understand how sound helps us do just that. A wide variety of animals, like birds, bats, amphibians, mammals, and insects, all make sound. And so do threats, like chainsaws or gunshots, used to cut down trees or poach animals. Rainforest Connection started in 2014 in an Indonesian rainforest home to gibbons, which are some of the most threatened groups of primates in the world. Here, the sound of the gibbon song was being replaced by the sound of chainsaws. Rainforest Connection started because we realized that listening to sounds and using AI to detect the sounds of chainsaws in real time was a really accurate and efficient way to protect forests. Now, we have created an entire system to detect threats like chainsaws, gunshots, and vehicles in real time. This system consists of hardware, software, AI algorithms, and a phone app. We create a mini solar-powered computer called the Guardian, photographed here from a bird's eye view. It listens to the sounds of the forest in a 1.5 kilometer radius continuously. And when it detects the sounds of chainsaws, gunshots, or vehicles, it sends immediate alerts to our partners working on the ground. This system has been deployed in 25 countries around the world to help prevent deforestation and other illegal activities such as mining and hunting. This data doesn't only allow actionable information, but it also acts as forensic evidence and has been used in courts to hold those responsible for illegal activity accountable. As we were collecting all these sounds of threats, we also realized that we were collecting a lot of sounds of animals, those whose identity could be distinguished based on their vocalizations alone. We realized that we could use the AI algorithms that we've created to detect threats to also identify individual species. I'm going to tell you another story about gibbons. In Laos, northern white-cheeked gibbons are only found in very healthy forest, and they're critically endangered. That means they're found in forests that has adequate tree cover and abundance and diversity of food sources. So gibbons can be indicative of healthy forests, and that can be said about biodiversity in general, which can be used to monitor the health of entire ecosystems. Last year, we collected 200,000 one-minute recordings across forests where we thought the northern white-cheeked gibbon might be. In the past, it would take a person years to listen to all those recordings and identify where and when a gibbon vocalized. The algorithm that we created means that in minutes, we can do what would have taken a person years to do, and that is identify exactly when and where gibbons vocalized. The audio recorders that are used to collect this sound data can go into remote areas and stay there for a long time. They can cover large areas that are too large for humans to monitor themselves. And they collect a large amount of data that AI helps us to analyze. Now, we don't just create algorithms to detect gibbons. We have created regional algorithms to detect over 3,000 species living around the world. This doesn't just help us understand biodiversity, it's actually driving positive change. In Puerto Rico, we've collected sound across almost 1,000 sites over the entire island over multiple years. Our algorithm automatically detects 40 species of birds and frogs. We combine this information about where and when species are with other variables like climatic and environmental factors to understand what is influencing the presence of these species. In Puerto Rico, we found that the species we were tracking were shifting their habitats to higher elevations because of climate change. We identified areas that, in future climatic conditions, would be suitable for these species. Unfortunately, these areas were outside of the current network of protected areas. But the government is using our insights to create protections for these habitats. Rainforest Connection has learned a lot about sound and AI through our almost decades-long work. The final part of our story is about sharing our knowledge. We have about 100 projects around the world ongoing right now. In each of these projects, we partner with local nonprofits, governments, and indigenous communities. In each of our partnerships, we train our partners how to deploy acoustic devices and how to analyze acoustic data so that they can continue this work long-term without us. We also host Arbimon. Arbimon is an online platform that is free and accessible to anyone, anywhere on the planet who has an internet connection. Arbimon allows users to store, manage, and analyze their acoustic data, to identify the species that are in there, and track biodiversity and ecosystem health. It provides users with no coding experience access to the AI tools that we've created to help extract meaningful information from acoustic data. It also translates those results into graphs, maps, and figures that can be easily understood by non-scientists, like policymakers. Arbimon is used by thousands of people across 113 countries. We have amassed a collection of over 137 million one-minute recordings. It is the largest cloud-based record and collection of sounds on Earth. Rainforest Connection is currently harnessing this large collection of sounds to create a global map of biodiversity health. This can help to raise awareness, hold governments and corporations accountable, identify priority conservation areas, evaluate current conservation strategies, and ultimately motivate meaningful action. The diversity of life on Earth is at risk. If we aren't already in it, The human-caused sixth mass extinction is not far away. However, we do have the opportunity to change that trajectory. Rainforest Connection is doing our part to do just that, recording what could be lost forever, or, if we act fast, what could be saved, and enabling impactful conservation action. Thank you.